Well, you know what time of day it is. It is 9 o'clock. It can mean only one thing. Resistance is futile. You're about to be flocked. Now you know the drill. You have to fill my screens full of hell yes. Hell to the air, 10 taps. 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the air. 1 to put a smile on my face. Plus emoticons. We've got pandas, we've got palm trees. I like a banana and I love a coffee. Yeah, and a biohazard symbol. That pretty much sums up this stream. My screen is already filling. Hello, greetings, salutations, and relax. Mel's buggered. Mel's proper knackered. Right, long day. Got up, got house admin sorted, got into the studio, sorted Studio 2 a bit, got cracked into some work, came home, for a late afternoon, got stuck into some jobs out the back, lost track of time. Yeah, get in, have a bath, realise it's 8:30. Where has the day gone? I haven't stopped. Oh, that's a really good brew as well. Now, I also do want to get some building. So I want to get some building on pretty quickly. Yeah, because I don't know how long this stream's going to go on. We'll see how the energy goes. Quack, yeah, I'm receiving you live from Morrison's Sig Counter. Tom, that's brilliant. I'm a little bit bright on the lights. I'm trying something different. I'm not really this pale. I haven't colour balanced. I just went with au natural. Hey, Martin, I see the chat is full. Hello, chatters. So, my day, it's been good. It's been down to Spode. Spode was empty. Yeah, there was, I think, me and 3 other people in the studios. Yeah, and it was nice because there's not, from what I know, yeah, the hotel isn't really doing business. The museum's shut, the cafe's shut. Loads of the other little smaller businesses on the site have shut down. Yeah, and so we've got the site to ourselves. It's wonderful. Yeah. So that was really nice. Studio was lovely, working in the studio. Studio 2 actually has a big window in it with sunshine through it. So it was like, that's a bit of a change for working for me, sitting on a desk in the sunshine and yeah. And that was nice. Get back, sorted the garden, bit more gardening, trying to keep myself busy, build myself back up after, the bout of illness. And also with the lockdown and that sort of stuff, physical exercise is really good for the old mental health. And Mel's done enough bloody I don't see the point in biking for the sake of going just on a bike journey. I mean, if I was with the kids, yes. Yeah, but not for fitness. And it's like the back alley needs tidying up. Might as well put my energy into that. I can't run anymore. Shin splints have got me. Oh. That is a damn good brew. So, Mel's day has been pretty good. Burnt myself. Got myself a right good little burn. Sorting out burning twigs and stuff. But like I say, straight in, had my bath. And before you know it, it's time for the live show. Now, one of the benefits of going into the studio regularly, which is what I'm doing again, because, so you know, I'm pretty much in isolation in the studio as well. So we're not stepping on any toes, we're not breaking any regulations, and there's stuff that I need access to bandsaws and belt sanders and sprayers, yeah, to do some of the work I need to do, and I can't do that from home. So I have a valid excuse. So on the legitimacies and all the technicalities, yeah, I is legit. Yeah. When do you think the studio will be fully operational? Studio 2 is not going, well, for Studio 2 to be fully operational of where I want it to be, I've got to partly dismantle Studio 1. Yeah, take out a lot of the storage space in Studio 1, give me a lot more room for lights, for cameras and tripods instead of having everything rigged. Every time I need something, I have to dig through loads of stuff to get something. So the idea is Studio 2 is a dirty work area where I can use belt sanders and sprayers and not have to worry about the lenses on my cameras or all the other terrain and my materials and tools and, you know, my silver play button. I mean, I've had to clean that to get spray dust off it. So it's like, right, have a nice clean studio where I can do the desk work, you know what I mean? And then have a second studio where I can store all my materials, store all my old builds, yeah, nicely wrapped up and protected, but also have somewhere where I can go and do my messy work, yeah, and you know, if I spray with aerosols, you know, I've got big windows, I can vent, yeah, so for the Studio 2 to become operational, I've also got to modify Studio 1, so I'm just simply leaving that as a summer job, yeah, for when the book's all done, and I can potter around in the studio, yeah, getting everything squared away while I do the PDF work and that sort of stuff, yeah, so that's the battle plan with Studio 2. So they will come together all together, and at the same time I will have I'm moving my setup at home once I'm back in the studio and we're out of lockdown. Yeah, because at the minute I've got a lot of stuff here and it's dressing, and I want this to become back to my kids' living room and our dining room. Well, our dining room, because the living room's in there. But I want this to be the dining room, and I want it to be the games room and the crafting room. But at the minute it's got monitors and lights and that sort of stuff. So the Sunday nighter I'll be doing from my bedroom in the future. I'll be tucked up in bed on Sunday night. I mean, I've heard plenty of you watch me in bed. Yeah, the amount of people who tell me they watch me in bed on a Sunday night, I might as well do it from bed, hadn't I? Yeah, actually no. I've got a green screen, so I'm going to move the desk I've got in there upstairs. I'm going to have my monitors set up in the bedroom, so that's like a mini office in my bedroom, because to be perfectly honest, folks, yeah, my bedroom's only used for sleeping at the moment, and it's a rather big room, so I might as well use that space, throw a green screen up so you don't have to see my dirty laundry in the corner. Yeah. You're looking rather animated, the old you coming through. Yeah, I'm feeling better on a lot of counts. I mean, everyone knows I had a bit rough of a start to the year on a few different counts. Yeah, but everything's coming together nicely, you know, and I think getting outside and actually being physical, it does do your mental health a world of good. And I think because my back alley it's a communal alley, yeah, and I'm in a row of, say, 9 terraced houses, and no one's looked after it. It was full of junk and rubbish and literally parts of filing cabinets and all sorts and all overgrown. Yeah, and so I've just been putting little bits of time into it, yeah, and slowly tidying up since I've moved in. And it's a really good sort of physical exercise just to get you, you know what I mean, in a better frame of mind and to build me back up. So yeah, my bedroom is my man cave. Yeah, a shared back passage. Yeah, we share a back passage. I am tidying up the communal back alley. Yeah, I'm trimming bush. It's going to look perfect. Yeah, cleaning all the crap away. Policeman passed me in the park. I did a fat press up. He laughed. Then he said, "I love comedy," and walked away. I think at the end of the day, I'm using it as my hour a day exercise. I mean, I don't see anyone. I see the neighbours every so often sticking their heads out when I'm setting fire and burning things and that sort of stuff, because they're wondering if I'm setting fire to the trees. Yeah, but I'm getting on well with them. But, you know, they're down the road, so social distancing wise, it works for me. But I think I think generally if you're sensible, you know, you're not going to get any grief off the authorities. Yeah, and I've got to say, my back passage is looking a lot tighter. I didn't actually realise it actually had brickwork to it until I started shoveling the muck off. Yeah, it's one of these with conifers that have never been trimmed, so you've got so much fall and ivy and all sorts, but it's looking rather tidy. Now, there is one other reason why I'm tidying up my back passage. Yeah, and that is because come the summer, I'm going to have a comfy chair, because the sun in the afternoon just misses, yeah, my backyard, which is just a few slabs. It's tiny. Yeah, but if I open my gate and I sit in the back, yeah, there's a good 3-4 hours of sitting in the sun. Yeah, and then as the evening comes in, I'll have a nice little bit of shade. Yeah, so I'm planning. Mel's future prepping for comfort over the summer. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, over the summer, hit the studio in the morning when Spode's nice and cool. Yeah, do my work, all my filming, because we'll be filming and doing channel stuff by then for sure. Yeah, and then come home and then do my editing. Yeah, on my laptop, sitting in the back garden. So that's my battle plan. Someone said, sounds like a place to grow things. If you want some flower seeds or veg seeds, give me a shout. I certainly will at one point. Yeah. But naked sunbathing? Oof, no. I wouldn't inflict that on anyone. No one should see my white bits. I mean, you've seen how white my suntan bits are. Can you imagine how white my whiteys are? I mean, if you think the glare on my head's bad enough, no one should be... No one deserves to see that. And anyway, I believe it's only legal if you do it in your own garden. Yeah, and if I do it in my garden, the walls are too high. No one's going to see it anyway. Plus, it doesn't get the sun, so I'm just going to be sitting naked in the shade. Which, if we have a heat wave, it wouldn't be the first time. The ideal time for a Melkini. Oh, don't start that. At the end of the day, I have seen there's this thing in yoga where you need to absorb the sun's energies through your chakra. Yeah, a very specific chakra that I'm sitting on right now. So its arse is up to the sun. I did tons of that in the army. We're good. I've been isolating for 2 weeks as I had a bit of a cough. Yesterday I saw another person, Tanya. It's just a phase. We'll get through it. What seeds are the best for 1/35th scale tree leaves? Silver birch. But no, yeah. So, with regards to how am I doing? Yeah, actually, folks, yeah, I'm doing well on a lot of counts. Now I've got the back sorted. You know what I mean? That was a step back. If we hadn't had that week, yeah, this week would have been last week. Do you know what I mean? And I feel I'd be in a much better place. But there's something nice about going into work. You know what I mean? Even though I'm adapting to living alone, you know, and seeing the kids at the weekend, and it was great having them over at the weekend with not seeing them through the lockdown. And right, you know, we've been isolated enough that if you know, there's been no symptoms in either household, so clearly none of us are carriers. All right, yeah, we'll play within the rules. And you know, that's been great. I'm eating better. You know, I'm making a point of eating as best as I can, and I think that's the isolation thing, stocking up and being regular. And it's right, you know, when you are on your own and isolated, you know, that you have to do a lot of self-care. So that's good. The mental health is good. The stress is good. I'm getting work done. So yeah, this is a place to grow and heal, I think. You know what I mean? Become a new Mel. I have no idea who the new Mel is. I think the new Mel is still based on my burning technique of the rubbish in the back and my jokes about, yeah, I'm tidying my back alley and my real passion for terrain at the moment. That Mel is definitely still there. Yeah, I'm learning how to be a little bit more relaxed about things. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can suffer being isolated in my hobby room. Yeah, you can. Winter's also a git for it. Yeah, I mean, there's the seasonal affective disorder, or isn't there? SAD, where if you don't, you know, when you're indoors at winter, locking yourself away, it can, you know, generally affect your mental health. Right, let's do a quick Pammy update. Yeah, and let's do some building. My arms are aching like crazy. So, where are you, Pammy? Oh. Now, it's not the back. It's actually from pulling branches and everything, but it's a good ache. Yeah, hey, Michael. Right. So, Pammy time. What's going on in the world? Right. We're officially in week 4 of lockdown, aren't we, in the UK? And I believe we've been told we've got at least 2 more to go. I'm expecting a few more added onto that. Yeah. I have heard Italy is starting to decline. Yeah, I read that in the news. I haven't. Our politics, it's starting to be blames and that sort of stuff because the urgency hasn't gone out of it, but because it's groundhogging, yeah, it's the press want to fill the news, so everything has been dived into. Now, it has been announced by the Scottish government, Nicola Sturgeon, that social distancing measures will stay in place after the lockdown. Duh. I mean, I hate the fact that you have to state that. Why isn't that just obvious? Angelo's saying yes. I'm guessing that's to to the Italy statement. But you've gone through a rough time, Angelo, in all honesty, mate. Yeah. We've sort of been with you every day, actually. Bits and little updates, and we've heard your tales and that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's good. It's good to hear. I'm chuffed for you, Angelo. This is where Angelo says, no, I was really chuffed at saying yes about the idea that we're getting stuck into the building. Or something like that. It's not a COVID cough. It's a hard work cough, clearing off the shit, the junk off my lungs. Apologies. I've just been saying crap and that sort of stuff about the back alley. So, Cats, I'm busier now than before, but happier. I realised the toxic things and people I had let into my life before, and now they are gone. I will not let them return. Do you know what? I've had a bit of that. Yeah. A lot of changes in Mel's life, obviously, with, what's gone on in Mel's personal life with the family and relationships and stuff like that. But it causes you to sit back and reevaluate, relationships, and not just me and Kerry and that sort of stuff. Me and Kerry are actually getting on better than we ever have at the minute, which is really great, especially considering the stress and that sort of stuff that obviously the pandemic and that sort of stuff kicks in. So being able to be mates with Kerry is a massive boon. I called in to drop some teddies off earlier that Willow had left here. Yeah, and I left with biscuits, actually. Quite nice biscuits. Yeah, so that's been good. But yeah, I'm chuffed for you, Angelo. Us, we've still got a few more weeks to go, I reckon. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with testing at the minute. The drama is about PPE. Yeah, and the fact that right, who's to blame that we haven't got enough PPE? The world hasn't got enough PPE. It's an issue. We need to deal with it. Yeah. Stephen's saying it's been rather cathartic for all of us, this lockdown. I think it's what you call it. It depends. I think it's one of these people. If you're a person who self-reflects, I think it's been good. Yeah. If you're not a person who self-reflects, I've been seeing it a lot with my Facebook, and there's a certain type who don't seem to be doing well, and these are people who they're more. What's the best way of saying it? They project, if you know what I mean. They project an idea of what they're like. And so they've really struggled to maintain that in lockdown. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people who don't want to self-reflect. I mean, you've got to realise I live in quite a rough area, and with being outside and hearing some of the conversations of the neighbours over the further back, you know what I mean? And you can literally understand why the police are having to break things up and stuff like that. But yeah, Angela is saying we are locked down until at least 11th of May here in France, but life is good mostly. That's interesting. I don't think I'm going to be out of lockdown for my birthday, so I will be having a birthday party with you guys. Anyone who predicts when this will end is just, I think what you call it. I think you can predict. The issue is, you can predict an end based on the data. But no politician wants to come out and be honest based on the scientific evidence, because the scientific evidence is stay the hell indoors for as long as bloody possible. Yeah? So, what do you reckon, Pammy? Are we going to make it through, mate? Yeah, of course we are. Jimmy saying, update, I mentioned previously, I'm letting my beard grow for a sponsored shave after lockdown. It's now 3 inches long. You want one of those t-shirts with bard, mage, working down to wizard. That is the problem. The fools won't stay at home, or at least out of large groups. I've got to say, from my travels and what I've seen, I haven't seen much, obviously, but I have seen people being sensible from what I can see. Yeah, but it's an unfair comment, because it's like a drive to Spode and a drive back and a walk across the shop. Who would have thought that introverts would inherit the earth? True. I think, our type. Yeah, and I think modelers fall into a type. You've got to be comfortable, being on your own if you're a Terrainiac. Yeah, because it is a lot of time on your own. Yeah, and it does attract a certain type of person. I'm not saying every Terrainiac is that person. I'm just saying it does attract a type. Yeah. Look at me. And so, yeah. We have coped better than I think a lot of people have. Martin's saying the only problem I have with lockdown is that every day is starting to feel like Sunday. I'm enforcing a weekly work schedule, and still having Monday to Friday work, weekends off or with the kids, simply because. Even everyone's sleep patterns getting knocked off. Pajamas are becoming the norm. I know I'm sitting in my pajamas now, but I didn't get into them until 8:30. Yeah. And so I think it's important, if you're in lockdown, that you do enforce a bit of a routine for your body. So your body knows, right, it's getting up time, right, it's work and thinking time, right, whatever you work on. You know what I mean? But I think you've got to. Yeah, and it's what I'm doing. Otherwise, we're going to come out of this lockdown, and that's going to be a big problem for people. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of agoraphobics. First, we'll have a lot of people nervous about COVID coming out. Yeah. We'll have a lot of people who go wild. Yeah, because you do. There's a tale with the submariners that I've heard. Yeah. On the Falkland Islands, there's a set. I've been told, and I've been told this by a couple of people. Yeah, but on the Falkland Islands at the British Army base, where there's a naval section there as well, and there's a blockhouse. And what they do with the submariners is, when they've been out at sea for 6 months, they actually take them to the Falkland Islands first. Yeah. Put them in this blockhouse and let them go crazy, getting pissed. It's a concrete blockhouse. And apparently, they trash it every time. Yeah, going nuts. And then they put them back on the sub, or they put them on a flight, and they fly them back to the UK. And I know that when you come off a deployment, they'll put you through adventure training, and they'll drop you off somewhere where you can let off steam before they send you home. So I think when a lot of people come out of lockdown, you're going to get a lot of people who really want to let off steam and party hard, which will be against social distancing and be problematic. So I think it's going to be interesting coming out of lockdown. Marty's saying, I have a work routine. It's just that the world seems stuck in Sunday with the shops shut, far fewer people around. Yeah, it does. I'm quite enjoying it. I like Sundays. Really, Belgian soldiers are put in holiday parks. Oh, what shall it? Common ones for British soldiers is stop off at Malta for adventurous training on the beach, barbecues, jet skis, you know, games, all that sort of stuff. Numerous stops off in Amsterdam on the way back. Let off steam. To wind down after deployment. Yeah, I can understand Belgian soldiers are put in holiday parks. It's a wind down. Mel, forget dry January. Looking forward to totally hammered June, July, September. It amazes me that we're only a couple of weeks into a lockdown and people are writing off the year like it's over, and it's like, no, it's just starting. The Army called it depressurization. It was used a lot after Afghan and Iraq, Cyprus and Malta. Yeah, I've got mates who were done tons of it. How am I doing during this quarantine? Rather well, rather well. Love Jez's comment. When it ends, we will stay at home for an additional week so everyone gets over the hugging phase. Do you know what? In all honesty, and it's going to be a bit soppy, yeah. But I've really missed hugs off the kids. Really missed them. Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, it's biological. You get an oxytocin hit off a hug. A good proper hug. Yeah, your body reacts, gives you oxytocin, and you feel great. And that's why we don't like isolation. That's why we like human touch, human contact. Yeah, and we like to be hugged because it's chemically, our body gives us a reward. It's this social building thing. Yeah. And so getting hugs off the kids, yeah, that was the best of the weekend. Didn't have that many, I wasn't clingy or anything. They weren't too clingy, to be truthful. I thought they might be, but they weren't. But it was like there were times when they came up to me for hugs. Yeah, and it was like, yeah. They still came up to me. Oh, I mean, you saw the live streams. I got grief on both of them, which is pretty standard for the kids. But, that's how we roll. Oh, 7 weeks in now, Asterix, and my wife too. I'm slowly going crazy. Well, she is, because the mess I make with my new terrain. After lockdown, I go visit my harem. I've been quarantined for about 3 weeks now. 2.5 have been scary. Shortness of breath, heavy chest, fatigue. And yet my test was negative. Going back to work tomorrow. Thing is, the body can do weird things to you, mate. Yeah, just take it one day at a time. And as I always say, you just got to keep calm and crack on. So that's what we'll keep doing. Oh, come on, Boasticle. You've got no energy. Come on. Arms. Work. Lift. This isn't good, is it? It's good, yeah, because I'm not mentally fatigued. I feel good. I feel like I've done a lot. But the thing is, I've been trimming tree branches, which means I've been cutting with a saw above my head and holding things above my head. And so my arms... Mel, you need a wheelchair. There's nothing wrong with the legs. The legs are fine. See? Legs, back, perfectly fine. Yeah, I can go up, I can go down. Yeah. Yeah, but even Pammy feels heavy. Right, Pammy, your duty is done. Come on, duck. You've got to sort the family out, haven't you? No matter who I become, as I heal and change and all these sort of things, I'm still going to be a bloody idiot. Right, a quick message to Charlotte, JT Wargames' wife. Happy birthday for tomorrow, darling. Make sure you come onto the stream tomorrow so we can all sing you happy birthday. What will you be making tonight? My tea. And I'll tell you what, I've realised this brightness makes me look very grey. It's either the brightness that makes me look very grey, or the grey makes me look very grey. Why is there a darker patch there to there? What's going on there? Is it? I'm not even doing this. Right. Oh, I'm just going into the modelling hobby. Do you have any tips for starting? Start easy. Go have a look in the Let's Make playlist and go have a look at Easy CD Terrain. Yeah, compact disc terrain. Have you thought about streaming some of your games? Would love to see your Chindits in action on the Big Burma build. I have, and I do want to. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to do change the channel to a gaming channel. Yeah, but the plan is moving forward after we come out of lockdown and the book's done and we're sorting the channel stuff again, is to set up a separate channel. Yeah, for all my live streaming, and just have this main channel just for the tutorial vids and the vlogs and the projects. Yeah, and then I'll be able to live stream gameplay on that other channel. Yeah. New Mel picks in grey. Bugger off, Tanya. I'll just ferment it first. Right, let's do some making. First off, webcam. I need my desk cam. Come here, desk cam. Oh. Right, set the tripod up. That should do us. Right. Let's go to build. Any build. Yeah, we can start to do that one. Hello. Right. Let's go for the other cam. There we go. Close cams up. Right, so we've got a build. That's quite a nice picture. It's a little bit bright again, but the colour's all right. Maybe I've got a bit too much light in this room and I should only go for one light. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Move in. Did you even see him hiding there? He's camouflaged in grey. Right, what I want to do is I picked up some more bits from the studio. Some more wires and stuff. I've got some barrels that I want to put together. And I've got myself a bit more wire from my bits box. Yeah, so we can have a bit more of a play. See what we can come up with. So we got that one. Yeah. Right, where's my wire tools? We've got the thicker wire there, we've got the guitar wire there. We need clips and drills. We might as well throw the super glue on as we go, actually. My arms are gonna ache tomorrow. Right, so what I want to do is I want to start cabling this up. Yeah, but I've got to be careful that, the cables don't get in the way. One, I want the cables to connect, yeah, various things to bring these pieces together. But at the same time, what I don't want is for the cables to inhibit gameplay or placement or movement. So what we're going to do is we'll throw a few loops in, we'll throw the normal cabling down here and this sort of stuff across here. In fact, let me just attempt something with this webcam. Let's see how long the webcam cable is. Oh, right, that's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so let's go for big wire. I like big wire. Right, what I'm going to do is let's run a cable across from here across to here. Yeah, straight off, so we can sort of like connect these two in. Yeah, so really simple. Yeah, I'm checking my bit. Pretty much matches my cable, my plastic cable. And that's fine. And then it's just a matter of picking where to put the cable from. Yeah, and looking at it, we've got cables running up there, we've got there, but we've got this nice big blank space there. So let's come out of here. Come on. You're drilling, get the hole positioned first. And then speed it up and put the pressure in. Yeah. And then we can have a cable slung down here, coming up, and we can throw it into there. Slap bang in the middle there. Now, this is going to be an awkward drill as well, drill position, but we can still do it. Yeah. That needs glue into that as well. That obviously isn't anchored yet. Like that. Right, at least right, how am I going to do this? Right, don't super glue one side. That's the logical thing. This one's got to be remounted anyway. This mix of Mantic and GW train works really well. It does indeed. Yeah, but we're not stopping with just those sets. I'm going to throw all sorts of different things into this build, to be perfectly honest. Right, so, yeah, we want a bit of a droop. It's not the lighter. Yeah. Clippers. Yeah. And all it is a matter of feeding it into the hole and then bending it sharply downwards. Yeah, that'll give you your sort of, this is where it's going in and coming out. Yeah, have it drape down, have it feel like it's natural. Yeah. Come around this pipe, it's going to come up here and it's going to go to about there. Yeah, so we get that bit, we put our bend in. Yeah, and then we can just feed that through the hole. Come on. Yeah, pop that one back in that hole. What I'll do is I'll bend that a little bit more, like that. I'll feed it in, and then just let it hook over. Yeah, push that way a bit because it's bent. Yeah. Right, I need a bend in there. What I'm trying to do is replicate what it would look like as it drapes down. Ah, you stay there. Yeah, running your finger backwards and forwards on it like this is a good way of just ironing out any little kinks. But as you can see, yeah, we've got a draping from there over to there quite easily. And the trick with this is to reinforce it with extra ones. So what we're going to do is we'll throw another one on and drape that down and up and over. We're only going to anchor on one side. Yeah. So, yeah, where can we go for the second one? Well, let's play with this a bit. Let's have some fun with it. Let's put the second one, yeah, above that so it looks like a dual cable. And this is where terrain goes to the next level. You know what I mean? Yes, this is a time-consuming process. It's not just about banging some plastic bits together, you know what I mean, and spraying them up. It's about sitting down and figuring it out. But much like putting the sub-assemblies together to make something that looks proper industrial, it's about giving it a proper feel. And that comes with time and looking at it and going, right, where would that cable go? And what can I do with this? So for that cable, let's whack it straight in here. Yeah, so nice hole there, nice hole there. About that much should do it. Right, so they're both going in that way. So put a bit of a bend on. Yeah, bit more, bit more. Feed that in. Feed that in. Oh, that one's a bit too long. Turn it downwards. Yeah, and then, oh, that's kinky as hell. There we go. Come on, down you go, down you go. That's how I want you. Right down there. Right, once the super glue's in, that one already looks brilliant. Now that's springing about a bit, so let's bend that a little. See if we can hook it in better. Come on in, yeah, that's it. Now just like that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's see if we can flick it over that one until, yeah. Yeah, just get this one looking right now. So drape that to there, bend that down, bend that a bit around there, and hold that while we give that a bit of a smooth out. Ah, you idiot, Bose. Still in though. Yeah. And all of a sudden, two cables. What I really like about this is, as you can see, once we position these a little bit better when we go to the super gluing, yeah, we've got the two cables running out of there into different parts of this. Let's play with that idea a bit more. Spin it around this side. Yeah, let's have a cable running out of here. Yeah, down here and underslung to here. We can do that. I'm trying not to get my head on the TV. How are you getting on with cutting down on smoking? I'm doing rather well, actually. I still do smoke, yeah, but in the amount of I actually do smoke has drastically reduced. I'm at the stage where I'm trying to break habitual smoking at the minute, And it ain't easy. Yeah. Not with everything that's going on and that sort of stuff, but I'm committed to it. And let's throw one in here. Let's have it coming out of there. Wow. Mel, can you move the small frame to the left? Not sure what you, I know what you mean. No, I can't. I'm not fiddling about with where my picture is. Because I'll have to fiddle about with it even more afterwards. So, a bit more wire. I'll have to swap the wires up in a minute. Get something a bit different going. Yeah. So. Well, you're doing well then, considering lockdown and all that. More of a temptation. Yeah, that's why I'm sort of conscious of it. Right, so. Throw a cable into there. Yeah, and we can have that dropping down that way. Yeah, draping down there. And this is going to be a real long one, so we're going to have to cut this a little shy, I think. Figure out what we'll do with this bit. So, put a kink in that. It's a very kinky show tonight, isn't it? There we go. Oh, give it a little wiggle. Let's get these unnatural hangs out of it. And so, yeah, we've got that cable now, which needs bending a little, but yeah, oh, that's better, isn't it? We've got these cables over here. I'm gonna have to remount this on a base, I think. Can't remount it until I've done the card on the insert of there and put the propeller on and sorted the door. They're jobs I have to do first. I'll do that next stream, and then we'll remount this on a base next stream. Yeah, so let's put a bit more cabling in. Right, we want our hanging loops. So what I want to do first is grab a bit of GW. Now these are the standard cables that come on the Mechanicus kits. No, that wouldn't work. Not yet. And all I'm going to do is, because I've used Mantic kits, yeah, on the actual... Come here, you. Look this way. There you go. Because I've used Mantic kits, yeah, with the industrial components, I'm going to use a couple of these pieces just to sort of set the scene and tie the Mantic kits in with the GW stuff. Yeah, it's just how it helps blending the kits, if you know what I mean. So what we'll do is clip off the nipples. Snip, snip, job done. Left and right. This one's got 4 nipples. No, only 3. There you go. Right. Next off, because obviously the Mantic stuff doesn't have the GW lugs. So what we're going to do is one can go there. Press file that actually. It's a better shot this way, isn't it? But we need to play with it a little, I think. I have a feeling that our Facebook messages, what do you call it? YouTube messages have stopped. As usual. Yeah, they've stopped. Come on. Pop out my chat. Drop my chat. Come on. So I can see what you lovely people are saying. Right, Facebookers and Twitchers, the on-screen chat is yours. Insane's off. See you later, Insane. Right, today. And all I'm going to do is drop it in underneath. Give it a little wiggle so it bonds. Yeah, and then drop that in there. I don't think we've got room for that one there. There were 3. Have we got room for that one? No, so that's all right. We can leave that one there. And then if we come round to this side, yeah, we can, what you call it, we can put another cable on there, but that's going to be tricky. So, I've got pliers. No, you have to be really careful with your snip smell. Really careful. Okay. Can I? Oh, I'm not even sure. Should have done this before you did the cables. Well, I can. I've got to reattach it anyway, so let's not worry. Cool, you disappear though, I need you. A bit of the old plastic glue. I could have done with sanding better, to be truthful. In with the fiddly fiddly. There we go. So, yeah, another one in. My cables are falling out. Don't worry, we can sort them. You git. Right, I've had enough of this. I have had enough. This needs mounting on a proper base. Yeah, the cables can throw in afterwards. Yeah, because I'm just playing silly beggars at the minute. It's like Jenga. How did I get that attached to that then? There, like that. Right, let's do this properly. It's the way I roll, isn't it? Really? Stay. I've got to do it down here in between my legs. It's the only way I can keep it steady enough for the time being. Shut up. So I'll drop that one in there. We've got that one, and where's the other one? Where did that fall off? I heard it there. Right. Yeah, that'll go there. I'm not worried about the cables or anything like that. They weren't glued in, and I've got the holes. You lot just take the mick. You really do. You're awful. That's probably why I like you so much. And so, now I can actually do it properly. Yeah. The cables are in and looking a lot better. So that's going to help this piece tie together and look more like 40k stuff. Yeah, and tie the two kits together. Obviously, once we add our own cabling, that's going to extend it further. And I'm just trying to look at whether I've been a little bit silly. Whether actually I should put that there. Yeah, now the reason I've moved that just slightly is I've now got two holes. Yeah, there and there. Which means I can put cable in that. So, let's get a bit of guitar wire. I don't need much, because I ain't got much to be truthful. I need to get some more guitar wire. That should be enough. Right, we need to fight. I'll work out a better angle for that for the next show. Yeah. So, guitar wire. Yeah. And because the Mantic stuff is modular and comes with these clip holes, yeah, when you put a clip in, you always have a spare hole because it's for the other side if you always put a clip in this side. Yeah. And so, I'm going to see if I can put one end in there without breaking anything. Yeah. No, that's not going to go in there. But if we get our drill bit, you can just feel the tension build up as we're like, right, is it going to snap? What's going to happen? Is that going to be enough for now? Going to have to put a hole in there, I'm guessing. Come on. Come on, through the plastic, not my finger. Yeah. So, extended those holes somewhat. Fit in. I think we're on a winner. He says as the plastic falls off. Don't worry, if it doesn't work, there's always super glue. Well, that did work. So let's push those back. Put that one back. Oh, no you don't, you git. Back to the crotch. Gratuitous crotch shot. We haven't worked from this angle before, so next, in fact, before we... Right, there we are. And what we've been left with, yeah, now looks like that. Yeah, so obviously a little bit of super glue in those. Yeah. But straight away, that drastically improving the look. And then with our cabling as well, running across and that sort of stuff, it's going to take it to the next level. Now this camera I think needs to go somewhere like that. More like that, say. That's a better shot for when I'm working, isn't it? What do you reckon? Should we try it from there next time? We'll see if we can get a better shot so I can show you what I'm doing. Because I would be, if I was drilling, I'd be drilling there. Yeah, you can see that. Right. Let me go back to the face. Okay. Mel's all over the place with this, to be perfectly honest. Bits are falling off and I'm not thinking straight because I'm doing things before I should be doing other things and all that sort of stuff. So, we are an hour in. I am going to call it. Yeah, we're going to come back and tomorrow. A little bit more, a little bit more organised and ready to crack on with this build. We'll finish off the doorway. We'll yeah. Mel, perhaps move the camera a bit more past the coffee mug. A better angle of the piece. I'm sure we can. We can focus the camera tomorrow night. Yeah, but in the meantime, you know how we end the show. Listen, thanks for joining me. Plenty of you here, so you obviously enjoyed it. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to glue this down, put the base in, finish the doorways and that sort of stuff. Yeah, and then get this cabled up. So, you know, we round off the show, guys. I hope you've had a good time. If you have had a good time and I've kept you calm in isolation, yeah, in our little isolation reach, fill the screens with hell yes, and I will see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock as usual. All the best, yeah? Ta-ra.